And why we are doing this session is just because of one reason. We know there are two major things which have just recently happened. There is a big tech, so-called tech company, which have been doing a lot of Insta influencer content, and specifically two of the videos in which they are showing some old way of making lenses, which is still there as per them, and also the cutting of those lenses. They are showing that normally opticians, trusted local opticians, are doing lens cutting in that same way, which I
Correct,
feel
correct.
is still there, but it is very, very rare. So I really want to discuss on that, and I wanted you to be there because you had put up a really great point on your LinkedIn that why that kind of lens cutting machine is still relevant in today's time also. So that was the reason I wanted you to be here, because मेरे दिमाग में वो नहीं आया. And also I would like to share with audience who are joining that we will do more of the content in English. Why? Because Sanjay is more familiar with English than in Hindi.
Correct, correct, correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sachin, honestly, there's a story behind this manual lens fitting, if I have to tell you.
Okay.
See, way back in 2002, okay, this was almost about 23, 24 years ago, a gentleman walked into our store, and on a fine day, we couldn't deliver the glasses on time.
Okay.
And it was an ugly situation in the store. He cancelled it, and he told me to refund the money. So those days, we couldn't refund it because he had paid it through card. So there was another procedure. We had to go to his home and take some signatures. And then what happened, after cancelling the order, I just asked him, sir, is there a possibility that you can give us a day for preparing the lens, and so that we can deliver it tomorrow? So he said, see, anything is possible if it's before 8:30 tomorrow morning, because I have a board meeting.
Okay.
So I came back. That was a Dasara day. I requested a couple of people in the lab to manufacture these lenses. So those days there were dies, because majority of the lenses were glass. We had to surface it, and it was a great opportunity for me to stand beside them, watch them how they do it, how they source the raw material and put the raw material on the die, and then how the die surfaces it. And then finally, when it comes to cutting, see, those days we never believed machines, because there were the manpower resources were abundantly available for manual fittings. And manual fittings were so perfect because I think the technology was not developed to that extent those days. So manual fitting was the only best option, because it was a safer option. Everything can be controlled with the help of your fingers. Okay, if you sometimes the glass lenses, you put it on the machine, there's a tendency of breakage. So it took nearly 6 hours to make the lenses. So we only had options of fixing it manually. And those days I had seen the excellent fitters. Okay, but I'm not seeing it these days, but those days they were perfect fitters, the manual fitters. So after fixing it, the next day morning, 7:30, I reached the office. Honestly speaking, it is a very big corporate. It's a big giant in the tech industry today. And the person who received the glasses is CFO of that company. Okay, he's not an ordinary man. Okay, and he's a man who told me, Sanjay, why don't you put up a store beside my office? Okay, and that is where my first store, my Sarjapur Road store, started. Okay, so there's a story behind, and it all happened because of these manual fittings and manual way of doing lenses. So see, manual fittings cannot disappear. Honestly speaking, people can bring in any kind of technologies. Technology can help you, groove the lens. Okay, but if you have to really fix it on the most difficult frame, then you have to use your fingers. Okay, only then you will get that kind of a perfection. So if someone is telling me that technology will take over manual fittings, I think they still have to dig deep and understand how manual fittings are effective when it comes to the perfection. Okay, I agree, majority larger amount of work can be done through machines, but when it comes to certain complicated fittings, I don't think that you can rule out manual fittings. Manual fittings play a very, very important role, and people who are the hardcore guys who are deep into this kind of work will only value the manual fittings. So I don't see a reason why somebody has to tell it will disappear. It will never disappear. Now, as long as the glasses are there in this world, I can rest assured that manual fittings will remain. I don't think anybody can remove that. See what happens if a frame breaks and a customer wants to retain the same old lenses. The only possibility is that you shift those old lenses to a new frame. Right. So when that has to happen, it cannot happen on a highly technological machine, because you cannot put that and regrind it. Okay, you have to use your manual knowledge and grind it in the way where it is only required. If it is on those small corners where it is required to grind, you should grind it. See, you know what? I'll tell you the irony. The glasses that I'm wearing are the most expensive ones, and these were fitted on a different frame. Okay, and these are Zeiss Smart Life lenses. Okay, these are most expensive lenses. Recently, when I found this frame which was suiting on me, I thought I should transfer those lenses onto this frame. And how did this happen without the manual fitting? So, progressive lens, expensive lens, you remove from a frame and see you have fixed it on another frame. It is all possible only when you know a manual fitting. Otherwise, so to me, manual fitting will never disappear. It has to be a part of optical industry. See, as long as the glasses are there, so manual fittings. To me, I think manual fittings will be part of the industry, so it cannot disappear.
Correct, correct. So coming to the next point, since I think you joined the industry in 2006, you mentioned, but full time you came around 2010-11. So there is one more thing which is going a lot around in videos is a way in which lenses are made, like in a way in which we put power in a blank lens.
Okay.
Blank is the lens in which we put number. So these guys are using a video which is about 20-25 years old, because this kind of technology used to be there in India about 20 years back. मैंने तो ये देखा भी हुआ. I'm sure you must not have seen it. So only glass lenses used to be made. They used to have a tool of different base. So you rub those base on these glass lenses. बड़ा ही unprofessional, unhygienic environment में ये सब बनते थे. But आज से 20 साल पहले होता था. अब मे बी कहीं विलेज में गांव में कहीं पे बनता होगा, but I don't think कहीं पे बनता है ये in India. And the video which they are using, no one knows that it's a video from Pakistan. It is not an Indian version. And that's the same video which I shared with you also. उसका जो पूरा version है, तो वो पूरा का पूरा version is from Pakistan. So, but still, an Indian tech company is using that video and showing that opticians are making lenses in that way. So that is very much clear. No one is doing it. कहीं गांव में भी बैठा हुआ आदमी उस टाइप से लेंस नहीं बनाता, बिकॉज वैसे भी ग्लास का प्रेफरेंसेस भी बहुत कम हो गए. ओनली हाई इंडेक्स लेंसेज आर द वन व्हिच आर गेटिंग मेड इन ग्लास 1.7, 8, 9 and 10. 1.7, 8, 9 तक इंडेक्सेस मिलते हैं. एंड मेजरली ऑल there are few glass companies which are making it. No one else is doing it. I think there is one company in Goa who is making glasses, but there are very few because everyone have shifted to plastic lenses. They are more reasonable. And also now they have all those kind of coatings, तो उस पे scratches इतनी जल्दी नहीं आते. But definitely the videos which these guys are showing कि हम lenses वैसे बनाते हैं with all that red color of mud and all, फिर rub करते हैं, तो it is not happening anymore. So I really want the consumer should know that हिंदुस्तान में वो लेंस नहीं बनता, और वो वीडियो भी पाकिस्तान का है, जो एक छोटा सा पार्ट उन्होंने उठा के अपनी वीडियो में डाला है.
Okay. And it's unfair to bring those kind of videos, criticize the normal opticians. See, whenever I see these kind of videos, I have only one question to ask whoever has published it. Let me know what your grandparents' glasses were made of. Who manufactured those glasses? Right. Okay. So one of these guys, right? So let us appreciate the way it has evolved, from glass lenses to plastic lenses. And honestly, even today, the highest index is available in glass only. Okay. So if you look at, say, 1.9 index, which is not available in plastic, be it any company, any big company, today none of these companies manufacture 1.9 index. It is still manufactured in glass.
Great, Sanjay. So I just wanted to keep it really short, but I wanted to record all this so that I can edit it and then I share it so that at least consumers also come to know that first of all, hand cutting machines will still remain there, because economically for really small people, it is a really big business for them. They are able to earn some 20, 25, 30,000 from doing all those manual fittings. And also sustainability wise, they are reusing your old lenses and putting it in a new frame. So of course it will remain there. And the way these brands showed that the way you make glass lenses and all, first of all, those lenses are only glass lenses which were shown in those videos. And in India, no more those ways of making lenses are used anymore. And also the video, the small part of that video, which I will edit it and I put it in my video also. It's a video which is from Pakistan, which these guys are using it and running it. And I'm sure those guys also don't know. I know it. Why? Because I saw that video 12 years back while I was in Dubai.
Oh,
okay. So that's how I know. But it came on internet about 4 or 5 years back. But I've seen the main video when I was in Dubai about 12, 13 years back.
Okay.
So
nice,
that's it. Yeah. That's it. So that's it, Sanjay, from my end. If you want to add
Thank you for giving a lot of clarity to your audience, because everybody should know the way the lenses are manufactured. Correct. And one last thing I would like to highlight here, for those people who are having a power of, say, -6 to 6 and above. So -6 and above, we all know, the edges are thicker. It's not going to be a normal one. Even if you take 1.67 also, the edges are going to be thicker, right? Now, when the edges are thicker, when you put it on a machine to grind it, it will make a V groove, no doubt. You can fix it. But I'll tell you, when you do a manual fitting, anything for a power of above -6, if you cut it nicely and groove it the way you wanted it, you can bring, say, 10, 20, 15% thickness to the front.
Correct.
And put the remaining at the back. And if you actually see the difference between the machine cut and the manual cut, I think you will enjoy the manual cut, because the thickness, okay, the inside thickness is going to get reduced by 15%. So what I'm trying to say is that when the power is on the higher side, and if you have a really good, manual fitter,
Twitter, yeah.
ask him to fit that lens, okay, and the wearer will really enjoy it, okay.
Correct.
So
Correct.
now somebody looks at his face, can never make out that he's wearing a -6 power. I can
Correct.
promise you.
Correct.
So
But
this shows.
someone, Sanjay, I would like to add, but someone who is doing a mass production, someone like all these guys, they
Hmm.
can't, they won't be able to understand all these stuff. I'm quite sure,
See,
because
I'll tell you.
for them, economy of scale matters more than precision
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
giving it the correct number, correct power, correct centration. Everything should be minutely checked.
I have a suggestion. You made it right. Actually, you told me the right thing. See, somebody who's producing mass. Okay, so when we segregate power wise, people who are having say above -6, you will find 5 to 10% only. Maybe
Correct.
90% are less than -4 power. Okay, when it
Correct.
comes to myopia power. So my suggestion would be, see, when you see a power of -6 and above, you can always have few extra manual fitters. Ask them to fix it. They will do much better job than the machine,
Correct.
and the wearers will really find it very, very comfortable to put it on your face. Okay, see, we have done it for -12. Believe me, -12 is not looking like -12, it is looking like -4.
Correct.
Okay, and I could see the happiness on the wearer's face. So these are all not something that I'm telling by reading something. I am telling you this has happened practically with us, and we have made it possible, and the wearers are comfortable, and that has brought me many new customers to my store.
Great, Sanjay. So just to finish it up
Yes,
ASAP, so
Sachin.
there are two things that manual fitting will remain in
It
terms
will
of
remain.
economically also helping small fitters and also in terms of precision. If it is a very high number and you really want to fit it perfectly, so it will
Right.
definitely remain there. And for frame change, that's the only way to do it. There is no other way that you
Right.
can use your old lenses in a new frame. And second thing, the other video, the way they are showing that you are making lenses, a trusted optician makes lenses and put number in your lenses in that specific way. That is wrong. It
That
is
is
not
wrong.
happening
I
anymore.
accept it.
It used to
That's
happen
unfair.
20 years back.
Yeah, that's
So,
unfair.
so yeah. So these two were the clarity which we really wanted to give to the end user.
Great, Sachin, and I'm very happy for your work. Keep doing it. You're doing a
Thanks,
fantastic job.
thanks, Sanjay. And also, I recently saw your podcast in Kannada language. Kannada was that?
Yes. Yes,
I don't
it
know
was in my local language, Kannada.
Kannada. I don't know
Yeah.
that language, but since you were there, so I just tried to listen it. But I would say at least 20% I was able to understand. It was for the first time I had heard something in Kannada for almost like half an hour.
When you're here in Bangalore, I'll translate it in English and I'll tell
Okay.
you I loved it.
Fine, fine.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Sachin.
Sanjay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye. Good night.